Matt, how in the world are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Glad to hear it.
Really, really easy, simple week. 4th of July was a thing. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Well, I guess some people are just like, we invaded a country and we enslaved and killed everyone. Like, that's what happened to every country in the history of time. Get over yourself. It's not like anyone in this century... Well, no. Anyone who's alive right now.
Yeah,
century would be the wrong word.
The Ukraine, I mean, they're hardly even a country, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like you and me. It's like, we didn't kill any Indians.
That's right.
No one alive to date had any part in that. And no one is saying it was okay. So, get off your high horse, you donkey's back end.
It's been quite a week for you, sir.
Nah, man, I've had a pretty good week. I had 2 fireworks blow up in my face. That was fun. So, me and my uncle, we were both just lighting them off in his neighborhood, and we took...
It's always the uncles.
You stick them in the ground, and you light them off, and they fly away. Well, I didn't know that you're not supposed to put it in very deep because the stick goes with it. I thought it just launched off the stick. So I just stuck in the ground and I lit the fuse, and we started to walk away, and my uncle hears it go tss, like it's at the end of the fuse, and then he turns around and he goes, "Oh, run." I'm like, "What?" I turn around and boom! And scared my mom, scared my aunt, scared my mom and aunt's friend, scared my cousin, who was 6. They all had baby heart attacks, and me and my uncle were just like, that was the coolest thing ever, let's do it again. And everyone else was like, no! So we had to shoot Roman candles off for a while before we could do any more fireworks. But other than that, it was pretty fun. How about you?
Good. I didn't do any fireworks, although in retrospect I probably should have. I kind of am one of these people that are like, can't believe these people are shooting fireworks off all week. Don't they know 4th of July is just one day? Everyone takes it as this big reason to set off fireworks. And then secretly inside I'm like, I should have gotten some fireworks.
I want to blow stuff up. It's the man inside of you. It's like, I want to blow something up.
Yeah.
We as males, we can only handle so much before we just need something to explode in front of us
or be destroyed.
So for some people, that waiting time is a lot bigger than for others. Other people, it's like they walk out the door and they're just like, no, I need something to blow up right now. So 4th of July is fun.
Other than that, it's been kind of a crazy week at work. I won't get into the details, but yeah, it's just been kind of one of those things where most people have taken off, and the few people that are there are kind of running around trying to get different projects done. So yeah, that it wasn't really that fun.
It's actually really funny you say that, because the exact same thing is happening in my work. All of our mechanics are going on vacation at the exact same time. And we only have 2. And one of our service writers has he had nose surgery yesterday, and he won't be back for a week. And then one of our mechanics left for vacation on last Friday, and he won't be back until tomorrow. and then our other mechanic left today. And tomorrow we're going to have 5 people running a mechanic / gas station shop. 2 of us run the front because we can only plug tires, do full service, and man the register. We have 1 mechanic, 1 dude who only does oil changes and does nothing other than oil changes, and then the owner, who can kind of dabble in a little bit of everything. So tomorrow is not going to be a fun day.
Saturdays are always terrible for you.
It's just... And even on like days off, like the 22nd, I have a friend's wedding, so I don't really have that day off. And then I think the next Saturday I'll have off is like August 5th, but I'm moving in.
You're moving.
So I have to, and I like, it's just now like dawned on me, like I have to pack everything I own and I have to move.
Moving is a terrible thing. It really is. I think in a 4-year period I moved 3 times and I hated it every single time. I still don't like it. I don't care if I'm moving into a mansion, okay? I don't want to pack up my stuff and inevitably damage something or lose something.
I think really I'm just going to pack up my clothes and I'll maybe have like a medium-sized box full of things that I still use or just want.
Yeah.
Everything else I'm just throwing away. I never even touched this. What even is this? I had this when I was like 13. Dumpster. And then my mom's gonna keep like everything, like one of everything throughout my year, and she's gonna cry. So I can't wait to deal with that.
Just let her have this moment.
Ugh.
Aside from that, had a pleasant surprise today. Turned on Netflix. Lo and behold, Castlevania's out. And since I hadn't really set aside a segment to talk about it later in the podcast, I figured, why not do that now?
Because, is it going to spoil anything?
No.
Okay.
No, spoiler free. I will spoil this. It's only 4 episodes. And not long episodes, like 22-minute, could very easily fit in an Adult Swim time slot. It's rated TV MA, and it earns it. It's very gory, very harsh language, no nudity, thankfully. So that's kind of where I draw the line when I watch anything. Even with it being animated. Speaking of which, animation, it's not perfect. Especially the first opening, I would say the first 5 minutes that it opens with. Some of the animation was a little weak, but then everything kind of started looking good about 5 minutes in, like really good. So yeah, I don't know why it was that way, but if you're watching it and you're like, I don't know about this, just give it some time.
Was it a lot of dialogue at first and then it went into action?
I'll say this, there was a scene with this lady looking up at something, and it looks like she doesn't open her mouth, and yet you hear her gasp for air because something surprises her. And it was just, I was like, this is not a good sign of things to come. But the action is really well animated. The character designs are great. If you've seen like any of the Castlevania cover art, any of the box arts, fits in really well with that. The characters are, for the most part, likable, and with it only being like an hour and it's basically an hour and a half. It's kind of like an anime movie. It does have a very anime feel to it. In fact, if it weren't for the perfect lip sync, I would think that this was done by, like this was made for Japan and dubbed and, brought over here. Richard Armitage does the voice of Trevor Belmont. And if you've seen the Hobbit films, he is the guy who plays Thorin, who I thought was one of the better actors in those movies. And he does an awesome job playing a Belmont. Alucard is in it. Of course, that's not spoiling anything because he's on the, promotional artwork for it. He's not in it a lot, but when he is in it, it's really, really cool. And I kind of feel like, and they're calling this season 1, even though it's only 4 episodes long. It's kind of like a teaser season. So hopefully if it gets a lot of, high ratings on Netflix, they'll just give them the green light to give them a full season to play with. So I enjoyed it, and I would love to see more. Well, that's out of the way. What you playing?
I don't know what it was about this week, but like it may have been like I think the past 2 weeks I was really just playing like Hollow Knight, and I wasn't really like playing anything else. This week I played so much League. I would basically get home from work, eat dinner, get on League, and played from like 10 to 3. Go to bed, wake up, shower, watch YouTube and eat lunch, and then play League for like 2 hours, then go to work. And then I did the same thing for like 4 days. Yeah. Just a whole bunch of mid lane, whole bunch of I actually started playing top lane. I got a new champion that they recently did a rework for, Galio. He's like this big gargoyle, and like his lore is like he's this gigantic statue, and whenever like a magical presence is threatening this kingdom, he like comes alive and he defends the kingdom, and whenever it stops, he turns back into a stone statue. But in game, he's pretty fun. I haven't quite got the hang of him yet, but he has a very simple kit, but I keep getting myself killed trying to. He has an escape move where he'll step back, and then he'll charge forward. And at the end of the charge, or like whenever he runs into someone, it like knocks him up and it does damage to him. Every time I've tried to escape getting team ganked, I always forget that before you go forward, he hops back a little bit and then goes. And every time I try to escape, I've had like the enemy team just like walk in front of me, and then I end up hitting them, and then just like all 5 members of the enemy team just decimate me. And doesn't matter how good you are, no one is going to survive a 5-man gank. No matter your armor, magic resist, armor resist, there's no such thing as armor resist. It's just armor. So but he's probably one of the more fun top laners that I've ever played with, so I want to get better with him.
So you've been having fun playing video games?
Fun is a strange word. You don't really have fun in League. You win and you lose.
You enjoy winning.
No, you don't.
You don't? Oh, well, you don't.
No, everyone I play with. I play with my brother, and then sometimes it's 2 guys, sometimes it's 3. There's one dude that'll occasionally be on, but it's you. There are very few games where you are just having a really good time. Everything else is such a it's either a struggle or you're just playing really. I have a lot of games where I just play really bad in the beginning, but then later on I start getting a lot better and that I can kill people. But it's not really fun because I have to try so much harder because I fell behind in laning. I don't have as many minion kills. I don't have a lot of gold as other people, so I have to just try. And then on top of that, I still don't have great map awareness. So there'll be like 3 people up here trying to take a tower, and I'll be down in one lane just farming. And then like the 5-man team gank comes and like kills them. It's like, where were you? I was like, I was getting gold. And I was like, no, fight with us. And then there are some games where the enemy team is just, it's just painful. Our last game last night, we went up against this one dude, me and another guy went bot lane. I went support. He went our attack damage carry, which is like your main damaging character on your team. And for the enemy team support is this little dude who looks exactly like Vivi. And I think he has like a white mage costume.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically like if Black Mage is out, had like the White Mage outfit.
Okay.
Because he's black and he's got red eye or yellow eyes, so it's like that. He has this move where he summons up a pentagon, and if you run into the walls of the pentagon, you get stunned, and the stun is for like 2 or 3 seconds. I think it's 2.5 seconds, and in that time, if he hits you with one move, he gains 1+ ability power, and then you give out a meteor that's coming down and it's going to hit you. But his stun is on like a 7 or 10 second cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
And then his ultimate does percentage of health, missing health damage. So basically, all he has to do is put up his stun, shoot you with his little blast, send a meteor down, and if you're not a tank, or if he has high enough AP, you're just dead anyway. There's nothing you can do, because his ultimate is just broken. So we had to deal with that, and we started winning bot lane early game, and then we got overrun, and the whole game was just a struggle to just dodge that guy. Like, everyone else on the team was like, we could do fine against, but as soon as that guy popped up, we were like, all right, well, prepare to get the whole team stunned, and at least 2 or 3 people are dying. So you either win or lose, and maybe once in a while you'll have fun.
So would you say with that game you're often playing out of your league?
Oh, always. I'm bronze 5.
Laugh, because it's a play on the title of the game. Matt, you ruined it.
I'd play a laugh track if I had one, but I need to start just having that.
I haven't been playing games this week. Thank you for asking.
I didn't. So
I'm
going
to thank you anyway, because I'm just that nice of a guy.
You haven't played anything this week?
Nothing. I have been doing some side projects with the Smash Brothers soundtrack, actually. I know it's weird. I still put things on CD, okay, as a backup. So I'm basically cataloging. That's a good word. Cataloging the Smash Brothers soundtrack. I'm probably going to finish it up tomorrow. And then I've got just a couple of pieces of soundtrack The Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag soundtrack, really good. And the Last Guardian soundtrack, I've got to throw those onto my phone along with Smash Brothers. And then look for more music that I don't have. Because I like video game music. Matt, don't judge.
No, I think it's good. When the world goes to crap and World War III kills everyone and the last remaining survivors come from the ashes of what used to be the old world, someone will find your CD collection and be like, I really want to punch a mouse in the face right now.
Actually, due to the EMP, all the CD players will be fried.
Well, then you just have to get a triple copper layered box. It's not that expensive, just maybe like...
We all know that the iPod originals are like the cockroaches of electronics. They don't die. I should just put it all onto there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... I mean, I don't... It's probably not correct, but I think in like the Book of Eli, he had an iPod.
See?
And like that was basically like, oh, World War III. Nuclear bombs were blown up everywhere. Although I don't necessarily think there was an EMP. I think it was just everything got bombed.
Just nukes.
Yeah, so no EMPs. Never mind.
iPod. The only thing Apple ever built like a tank.